What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for stopping by today. Today I'm going to do a rack of St. Louis style ribs, St. Louis pork ribs. I'm going to run them on my Weber kettle using my slow and sear. I've been asked to show how I set my slow and sear up for low and slow cooking, so I'm going to show you how I do that. Now, I'm not planning on making this a low and slow cook. I'll show you how I set it up for, if you're trying to cook between 225 and 250. But then I'm gonna open up my vents and I'm gonna actually cook these a little higher. I'm a little short on time. So I'll show you how I set that up. But again, just keep in mind, I'm gonna cook these a little higher than that. Also for these ribs, I was trying to debate on which rub to use since I have so many. And I decided to go with J.P. Rub. J.P. BBQ, he's a subscriber of my channel and many other channels. He sent me a care package of his sauces and his rubs. There's 3 or 4 rubs and a couple of sauces, 2 or 3 sauces. Anyway, I'm going to use his rub in this video. So I have his J.P. Rub, and I'm going to try his J.P. That's a tongue twister. Delicious without the D sauce. It looks like this will go great on pork. So I'm going to use those 2 on these ribs. And I'm also going to show you a technique that I use from time to time. I've never shown it before. And this is a way to get some sweetness on your ribs without wrapping and putting in like that brown sugar, honey, all the good stuff you see me use before and other people use. I'm going to show you a technique that I use for that, again, that I've never shown before. So it'll be another little secret I give out. Anyway, I'm going to get these ribs trimmed up a little bit. I'm going to get the membrane removed from the back, and then I'll pick it back up once it's time to season these ribs. Let's get started. All right, I got the ribs trimmed up here. I did remove the membrane. I'm just gonna hit it with just a little bit of water, just to act as the binder. You can use mustard, oil, apple juice, whatever you want. I'm just going with water. One thing I forgot to mention is I'm also I tried JP's all-purpose. This is his SPG rub, salt, pepper, and garlic. And this is actually really good. So, if you follow me, you know that I like to use my SPG as my base rub. But I'm going to use JP's rub for this one. And I'm just going to give it a light coating on this backside. And then come back with his delicious rub. We'll add that. And then we're going to let this sit for about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll flip it over and do the meat side. And I'll use the water as a binder for that side as well. So, like I said, I'm just going to let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll flip it over and we'll hit the other side. All right, did the back side, come back on the top side, just a little bit of water again, just to act as a binder. His all-purpose rub will go on top. I like this all-purpose rub. It's actually pretty good. And then I'm going to come back over the top with the second rub. A good coating. And I'm going to let this set for just a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to show you what I was talking about, how I add some sweetness to these ribs without wrapping. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm taking some light brown sugar, and I'm going to sprinkle this brown sugar right over the top. want to get it covered pretty good. I mean, you don't go, don't go extremely heavy with it, but just make sure you get a even coating of this brown sugar. I think that's going to be good. The rest of this bag, I'm not going to need that. So this brown sugar, I'm just going to let it kind of sit here. Spread it around a little bit. And I'm going to let it sit on these ribs for probably about 30 minutes. And what's going to happen is this brown sugar will start to caramelize, and it's going to lock in that rub. And you'll see what it looks like once we get to that point. And once we get to that point, I'll pick back up, I'll dust it one more time with the rub, and then they'll go on the pit. But this is something that I do from time to time when I want to add sweetness to my ribs without having to, wrap it in foil and put in the honey, brown sugar, all that good stuff. So this is something that I've never shown before. Get a little bit more. But it actually works really well. Actually, I've never shown this before, so first time. So, like I said, I'm gonna let this sit, and you can throw it in the fridge. I'm just gonna leave it out here for about 30 minutes, and then I'll pick back up once it's caramelized. All right, so I have my Weber kettle here with my slow and sear, and if you can see the vents, how I have them set up, I mean, they're just barely cracked open, a little bit less than halfway. So this charcoal here, actually what I normally do is I would lay a small bed of charcoal on the bottom, and then place my wood chunks on top. This charcoal here actually is from my last cook. What I really like about this slow and sear and the kettle is that once you close down all the vents after cook, it'll snuff out that fire. And I have all this charcoal that I can use for this cook that was saved over from last cook. And as you can see, that's about halfway filled up. So I'm actually saving quite a bit of charcoal with this slow and sear, once I snuff it out. So I'll get my wood in here. You can use whatever wood you like. I am using mesquite. 1, I like mesquite. 2, that's all I have. I mean, I have some small pieces of pecan, but I don't think they're big enough. So, but I like mesquite anyway. So I got some chunks in there. The next thing I'm gonna do is put some charcoal on top. Actually, I just want to show you something real quick. I removed one piece of the mesquite, the big chunk, and I filled it with some pecan here, what I had left. So we got some mesquite and pecan. All right, now that I got some charcoal on top, so the wood chunks underneath, you want to bury the wood so that way it smolders. When you set it on top, it just burns and it doesn't let off that smoke you're looking for. So put a small layer of charcoal on the bottom, put my wood on top, and then another layer of charcoal on top of the wood so that it's buried. Take my starter cube here. You can use like the bundle of hay, whatever you want to start it, but this is what I use. You can even light some charcoals and just dump them in the corner, probably about 6 or 7. Shut up, dog. Take the lighter. Just get that lit. So, leave the lid off, cover that up. You don't want to suffocate it, so don't put too many right over it, but you want enough to catch. Ooh, hot. So we're going to just let that burn for probably a good 5-10 minutes until these coals in the corners catch. And what's going to happen is the lit coals will light the unlit coals, and that's going to give you that long burn. You can add water to the water pan. I'm not doing that today because I'm going to be spritzing, but that's how I have it set up. Again, my bottom vent, as you can see, just a little bit less than halfway, and then the top vent will be the same way, just a little bit less than halfway. Once I get the lid on, we're going to leave the lid off, let this fire catch, and then we'll get the ribs on. All right, you guys, as you can tell, this brown sugar has caramelized, basically sweated in to the rib. So what I'm going to do is come back and hit it with another layer of the rub, delicious rub, right on top of that brown sugar. That brown sugar should lock in that rub right underneath it onto the rib and just help it soak in. So that is it. I'm going to take these ribs outside. The Weber kettle with the slow and sear is already fired up, ready to go. So we're going to get this on and get this cook underway. All right, I got my fire going. The coals are catching. Got my rack of ribs here. So I'm going to get the lid on. And the top vent, you can tell, is less than halfway open. And this is how I set it up, the top vent and the bottom vents, when I'm cooking low and slow. This should give me 225 to 250 once this fire really gets going. I use this enough to know, even without using a thermometer, that that's what I'm going to hit. So that's what it looks like for setting up a low and slow cook. Like I said earlier though, this one I'm going to bump up a little higher. So I'm actually opening the top vents almost all the way, and just for now, and I will shut them down just a little bit. And the bottom vents I'm going to open up a little more than halfway, just to get some air in there and get this temp up. Like I said, I'm a little short on time, but it is what it is. So that's how I set it up for low and slow. You guys, these ribs have been going for about an hour and 45 minutes. So this is what they're looking like. We're getting a little bit of pullback here. You can see that. But I have been spritzing. I started about the 1 hour mark, and I've been spritzing about every 20 minutes or so. And what I'm using here is a 50-50 mix of apple juice and apple cider vinegar. This is what I have found to be the best spritz for me. I love the 50-50 mix of apple juice and apple cider vinegar. I've used just apple juice by itself, apple cider vinegar by itself, but I like a 50-50 mix of the two together, apple juice and apple cider vinegar. So we're just going to continue to spritz these about every 20 minutes. Make sure they stay moist. The fire is roaring here, so we got to get that lid back on. But this is what they're looking like about an hour and 45 minutes in. And the next time I pick back up, it'll probably be when these ribs are done. Again, I'm not going to wrap them. I will sauce. So I will probably pick back up once I sauce, but I'm not going to wrap. But this is what they look like so far. All right, so the ribs are cooking. They've been going for about an hour, almost 2 hours. And I've been spritzing throughout the cook. Again, this is the sauce that we're going to try. I want to give this, though, a taste right out of the bottle. Oh, yeah. That's a good sauce. The first ingredient is vinegar, so it's almost a mixture between a vinegar and a tomato-based sauce, which is really unique. The tomato paste is like the third or fourth ingredient, so I think this sauce is going to go really, really well on those ribs, and I cannot wait to try them out. All right, you guys, these ribs are done. They've been smoking for about 3.5 hours, and I've been spritzing with a 50-50 mix of apple juice and apple cider vinegar about every 30 minutes. But this is what they look like done. I did sauce them with the J.P Delicious sauce that I showed you guys earlier. So I put one layer of sauce on the ribs, and then once I left them on the pit for about another 20 minutes, and then I pulled them off the pit and gave them one more coating of the sauce here. And this is what we're looking like now. So we're gonna cut these up, give them a taste, and we're gonna see how the sauce works with the rubs. guys, the ribs are done. I've got them. We've got one cut up here. You see the bone in the back there, so we got some good pullback. So we're gonna give it a bite and see how it tastes. We're gonna taste the rub and the sauce, see how it works together. I think it's gonna work well together, but we'll find out. So let's give it a bite. Oh yeah, look at that perfect bite. Wow. That rub with the sauce. Thumbs up. It worked out perfect. This is a really, really good rub, you guys. JP, listen, look, here's my rib. I've taken a couple bites out of it. The flavor, I'm telling you guys, the flavor really is excellent. That's a damn good rub. The sauce, damn good sauce. Damn it, that's good. I'm biting to the back of this rib. On the side. Damn it, that's a good rib. JP. That's a home run, brother. Seriously. Your all-purpose with the delicious rub and the delicious sauce, or licious sauce. That is excellent. Good gosh almighty. That. I'm gonna have to take another rib here. Hey, grab a rib. So my wife just got here. Wash her hands. She was petting the dog. I'm making her wash her hands. Or you can take a bite of this one. Damn it, this is a good rib. Look at this. Nice color. All right, nice color. Damn, it looks good. Let's take a bite of this one. I'm giving my wife the rib. I'm gonna let her take a bite off camera. What do you think? I'm really digging that rib. I'm digging the rub, the sauce. It's excellent.
That's good.
That's good, right?
That's really good.
It's good. It's just so flavorful. There's some sweet, a little heat. It just tastes really damn good. Damn it, that's good. JP, that's a home run, brother. Seriously. That's a home run. That's a home run without a doubt. It's just good. It's just a good freaking rib. I'm sorry, guys. That's good. It's good. JP, thank you for sending me the rubs. Thank you for sending me the sauce. It truly was excellent. The rib was excellent. The sauce was excellent. The rubs were excellent. They pair well together. I don't know if JP is selling his sauce online, but I will leave a link to his YouTube channel below if you guys want to contact him and see. That's good. If you guys want to contact him and see if maybe he could send you some, I don't know. I don't know if he's selling it or what, but damn it, it's good. It's good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, JP, thank you, brother, for sending me the rubs. Honestly, I truly enjoyed it. It is a damn good rib. The rub was excellent. The sauce was excellent. It's good. It's so good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Take care.